But joining us now from Potchefstroom in the Northwest Province is diabetes expert Salome Kruger from the Association for Dietetics South Africa. Salome, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the South African Morning. And I suppose that's the first question. Is there a link between the two, obesity and diabetes?
Yes, Tumelo, there is definitely. We know that obese people have a much increased risk to get type 2 diabetes, as well as other non-communicable diseases.
And let's talk about some of perhaps the the symptoms, especially for someone that wants to know if indeed they do have, obesity, they want to go and be diagnosed, or even diabetes. What should we look out for as South Africans?
Well, obesity, I think, is quite obvious. It's when your clothes no longer fit well, but it is defined as a weight that is too high in proportion to your height. So it can be calculated by calculating the body mass index. There are many calculators on the internet. One can easily do that. But also by a visit to your general practitioner, he can identify. But one can also measure the waist, so I think that's easier. Everybody's got a measuring tape, so measure the waist, and a waist higher than 80 centimeters in women and more than 94 in men is an indication of excessive waist.
Right. We know that when isolated, Salome, obesity can have its long-term impacts, as well as, diabetes can also have its long-term effects. But when together, what effects and long-term sort of disadvantages are there for anyone and for them to be aware of?
Long-term, and we didn't talk about this early signs of diabetes. Early signs of diabetes could be excessive thirst, just not feeling well, and then it's a good idea to just have a blood sugar tested by a finger prick first. That can be done at the local pharmacy, but then a good diagnosis of diabetes should be done by a medical practitioner. Long term, there are many adverse effects on health. So it can be in the blood lipid profile, increased risk of cardiovascular diseases like coronary heart disease and stroke, also eventually damage to the kidneys, and also to the small blood vessels in the hand and feet, also to the eyes. So long term, there are really serious health effects of diabetes and obesity.
Right. And for those perhaps who want to heal, who want to get better, perhaps also currently dealing with obesity and diabetes, what's your advice just in terms of getting back into shape and getting healthier?
I think it will be a very good idea to go and see a dietitian. There are many registered dietitians in South Africa in private practice as well as in public health. So there is access to dietitians, and the best idea is to get a personalized diet and also ongoing. So it's not a once-off that one can just get a diet from the internet, try it, and if it doesn't work, then try another one. I think the best is to go and see a registered dietitian who can really walk with you and support you and also help you to get to a sustainable way to lose weight and also to prevent weight gain again.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for that advice. Salome Kruger joining us. Thank you so much for your time.